Wow, you wouldn't believe it. That was my whole intro done, and my mic was not working. That is a bit of a setback, I will not lie. But I was saying it's been a while. Been a while since drinks, been a while since streams. I am planning to stream the DLC, so tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. And then maybe Saturday, we'll see how it goes, see how much content there is. But just wanted to finish off a few of the post-game stuff, a few of the post-game quests that we still had lying around. Last time I was live, which is a little while ago now, and I do apologize. I did say I would do the Infinite Royale battles to get up to, we needed, I think the 15th battle is against Tawny for, to do the whole Eternal Flower Floette thing. I've done 14 and I've got the challenges ticket, so I'm pretty sure this should be the right battle. If not, it will quickly get that one done and we can battle Tawny and finish off the post game. I will as well, I've got the Mewtwo mission to do, but you can see I did do the Diancie mission when it came out, and I do wish I'd kept it for stream, because throughout my whole playthrough, you know, I was talking about the mega crystals that are around the city are Diancie goop, and then wouldn't you know it, when you actually go up to the rooftop to find Diancie, she's just surrounded by an absurd amount of crystals, which just proved me right that I was on the money that it was all Diancie goop. Speaking of, so part of this as well, we'll be getting ready for the DLC that drops tomorrow. Been busy. I will show you a bit of the party, but building a team to start the DLC off with, and I'm not quite set on what I'm gonna go with, and probably once we get into the swing of the DLC, you know, the team will change depending on what Pokemon are available, depending on what we can catch. But for the moment, I'm gonna start with Diancie, because it's not often that we get to use mythicals for good stretches of playthroughs, and you know, having DLC to start Diancie off with, that'll be a nice chance to use probably one of the mythicals that I feel like Diancie was pretty hard to get in Gen 6. I feel like there was an event for, might have even been for ORAS instead of X and Y itself. So I don't think we've had many opportunities to use Diancie. I don't even think it's been in, like, you've been able to transfer it into many games on the Switch era. Like, I don't think it could go into Sword and Shield. Couldn't go into BDSP. Don't think it could go into Scarlet and Violet. So gonna at least start with Diancie just to get the experience. I wanted to use Chestnut a little bit during the main story, but just didn't quite, the grass fighting didn't quite work in with the rest of the team that we had. But now, done a bit of shiny hunting, and I'll show you a bit of the fruits of my labor in a second. But I've done a bit of shiny hunting, got myself a shiny Chestnut, and the Chestnut-ite is available, and I've got it. So gonna start the DLC with the Chestnut as well. So these two are locks for the start of the team. Got a shiny Phalanx just to replace the Phalanx that was part of the main playthrough team. Got a shiny Delphox to replace the Delphox that was a part of the main team. And finally, I've got the Delphoxite. I've been, a little bit of the stuff that I've been just playing on my own, I have been using Mega Delphox. Very fun. I don't know if I will use it in the DLC. I want to, because finally got the Delphoxite, can finally use Mega Delphox, and let me tell you, it was an effort to get shiny Fennekin. That was quite, compared to everything else in the game, it was quite a long hunt compared to, you know, hunts in more difficult games. Wasn't that bad. But you know, I did use Delphox for all of the main game playthrough, so I don't know if I'll continue to use it in the DLC. We'll just see what the vibe is. Shiny Aegislash. I did get the shiny Hone Edge line. I did get the whole Hone Edge line shiny. So I'm pretty keen to use shiny Aegislash. Steel Ghost, pretty good typing for the DLC. Still getting used to piloting Aegislash a bit, because whenever you switch from the shield form to the blade form, there is a bit of a delay in your attack, so you kind of have to attack twice to really get it. But one of the weird quirks in this game is that you can use, if you're in shield mode, well, it's not a weird quirk because it is how it works in the turn-based games, but you can use, like Sword Stance, you can use the buffing moves while in shield mode, and you can really, and you start off in shield mode, so it's really easy to like build up a bit of strength, have the high defenses in shield mode, and then it's just switching to that blade mode, really learning to pilot Aegislash pretty well. So I don't know if I love the playstyle, but I do love Aegislash. I love its shiny. It's such a great shiny. So I do want to use that at least to start the DLC with. And then I've just got my Alpha Dragonite built for speed, max EVs, max IVs, or max EVs in speed and attack. I don't know if I've changed the IVs, but this has just been my battle blitzer. The grind, I did get the shiny charm, and Dragonite was a big part of grinding those 1,000 battles. So that's the team as it stands now. I think this is the team I'll take 20 on with, just because they need a bit of levels for, they're probably going to find that I'm underleveled, but I do need some levels to start the DLC with. But I've been busy. Part of the reason why I haven't really jumped on to stream is because I've been a bit carried away shiny hunting. We have a couple of boxes of shinies that I've been catching, just trying to keep them a little bit organized by evolutionary lines. I actually have so many Ghastly that I can fill this in with, but some of these I don't actually for my shiny living. I don't know if I've said, but I am trying to build a shiny living dex about a quarter of the way through at the moment, or a third of the way through. Some of these lines, like Larvitar, I've actually got the whole Larvitar line shiny, so I don't need to shiny hunt it, but shinies are just so easy in this game that I'll try and get, get a shiny living. I don't know if I'll try for a shiny living dex in game, but I'll at least lay out my boxes for that. So we've got shiny 4. Shiny 3 is looking pretty complete. Just need another Pancham really, and another Swirlix, and a male Pyro. I've got so many shiny Pyro. Well, you'll see. I've got so many shiny shiny Litleo, but none of them are male, which makes sense given the gender ratios. Making good progress on the EVs. I'm still on the hunt for a shiny Drampa. It's probably getting into Fennekin territory. But we've managed to build up the stocks of the shiny EVs on the way. Just take note here, because in a couple of boxes time you'll see something. But we've got the whole Salamence line shiny. These guys, and same with Altaria, same with Noivern and Noibat. These guys came from shiny hunting Fennekin. It's how many phases we had. Shiny Alpha Hawlucha. This was just a random one that popped up in Wild Zone 20 as one of the static alphas under Prism Tower. And it was so lucky, and so sick to have the shiny alpha. I probably should. Maybe I'll use it for the DLC. I do want to use Chestnut. And that fighting overlap is a bit unideal. But now we've got shiny dupes. You can see shiny dupes 5 might tell you something about how easy it is to shiny hunt in these games. So a lot of Scatterbug, as you might expect. A lot of Fletchling, as you might expect. So many Ghastly. Now, I've been doing a lot of AFK shiny hunting for a lot of these. And just by nature of bench resets, especially Ghastly showing up at night, I'm getting a lot of them. So many shiny Baneri. Because I was resetting in zone 11, is it? That's got the Slowbro, the Furfro, and the River with the Clauncher and the Gyarados. I do not need, I've showed off at some point, I do not need shiny Baneri. I shiny hunted Baneri in BDSP with the Pokeradar, and my chain kept going once I got to the 40, caught my shiny, and the chain kept going, and being the completionist that I am with the wiring that I have in my brain. That chain kept going. I got a full box of shiny Baneri from BDSP from the radar. That chain kept going for like 30 more shinies. And now I've got another like 7 from this game, and I'm sure more to come. Plenty of Magikarp, plenty of Pidgey, and the Salamence and the Bagon. This was from resetting for Fennekin. I originally did the bench method, as you can see. So I got the full lines of Altaria, Noivern, and the Salamence from Shiny Hunting Fennekin using the bench. These all came before the Shiny Fennekin. Like, these were all before that one came up. So I ended up doing essentially it's soft resetting, right? You knock the Pokemon out, save just before they respawn, and then reset. I ended up doing that for Fennekin just because I didn't need any more of the other shinies in that area. So that was quite a long hunt. But yeah, that's that's the shinies that we've amassed so far. Again, not a single male Litleo to be found. Here's the rest of the main team. That, you know, we've got our stalwarts from the story that have been replaced by their shiny forms. These guys taking a well-earned break. Zygarde was also pretty handy for powering through the battles, but I don't think I'll use that in the DLC. I know we're going up against over level 100 Pokemon for the DLC, so maybe some of these guys will have to be brought out. I was kind of hoping to train all of these guys up to level 100 before the DLC dropped, but ran out of time a little bit. Otherwise, I've just, you know, I've got the shiny charm, so finished the decks. There's a couple of slots that I just need to catch to make a full living dex in game. I do like to have a living dex in my boxes in each game. Just, it's more so for the games where you need to breed and you can trade for version exclusives and things for people online that jump on and ask for trades. Got all the Furfro haircuts, so I think the fact that they stay in their haircuts in the box in this game means they might stay in their forms in home. So once home connectivity is it goes live, I'm hoping I can put those in. And I do have a living dex sitting in home, but I don't have the Furfro forms because it was always a bit funky with them staying in their haircuts in boxes and in home and bank. But otherwise, this is the sort of the beginnings of just a mega dex just to have on hand. I haven't really sorted that out. The events, these are all in-game. We haven't had any special distributions aside from Diancie, and then we've got Mewtwo to do. And then these are all just extra alphas. The plan sort of was to replace make the in-game living dex an alpha dex. I don't know if I have the patience for that anymore because shiny hunting has just been way too much fun. But that absurdly long intro out of the way, let's go. Who am I going to start off with? I'm going to keep Dragonite on the team just because I feel like I'm going to be a bit underleveled for this fight. But let's just stick with this team. I know we've got the Phalanx and... Okay, perfect. I timed it right with the amount of matches. I know got the double up Phalanx and Chestnut, but until we really hit the DLC, still going with the mainline team. Should get a new fit for the DLC as well. But this is what we were building towards with the Infinite Royale Challenger tickets. So I mean, by now I'm sure you've all seen what happens here, but we've got match number 15, battling it out against Tawny. All right, let's do it. I've watched someone play this, so I have seen what happens, but this is a good start. This is a good lead, actually. Oh, it looks so good. Wonder if, can I just set up for the moment. Okay, not dodging that. So yeah, so we switch to the blade form and then we kind of have to go into attack again. So I feel like getting distance before switching is the right play. Well, this isn't ideal after I just set up. Well, rip. Alright, well, it's not helpful when I just stand there and don't do anything, but hey. Whoa, that flare blitz hurts. Knockoff surely finishes it. Alright. Let's go into... Oh, she's got Meganium up her sleeve. Gudra also probably knows a... Might have a water or a grass move. And it's raining as well, which is not ideal, but... I also, seeing Diancie in this game, I didn't realize how small it is. Obviously when it like even Megan, look at how... There's Surf. Look at how small she is. Oh, really? I was hoping that would do a bit more. Okay. I think we're just gonna... We'll time out the... Yeah, we're never really gonna get through that one, but we've got Delphox in the back. I also don't like being boxed into this corner. Earth power? Are you... Really? Going for that coverage. Okay. God, another shiny that just looks so good. If it lives... If Delphox lives long enough, then I will Mega just to show it off, because it is so good. Alright, so this is Floette. Yeah, okay. Are you gonna Mega Floette? Yes, okay. Now, I'm still probably not a fan of this one. I think, like most people seem to, you know, the umbilical cord is a bit... Doesn't look great. Alright, let's not take the 10 times Kamehameha to the face. Oh, Energy Ball? Alright, got this on lock. Synthesis, I don't love, and Giga Drain. At least there's no abilities in this game. I don't think the Florges line has... What is it? Comfey's ability Triage? Anyway, but that would be the moveset to bring it up against. Alright. Is Tawny finally gonna accept her place as my second fiddle? Alright, I'm really glad we met. Yep. Well, we still don't know why we came to the city. Could have taken on the whole ZA Royale at Protector Lumios if you hadn't been here. Girl, you didn't protect Lumios. I hate to break it to you. In fact, you made things worse. Ah. It's a weird... Oh, are these still randomized rewards? They must be. Because I think you can get, like, Master Balls and stuff from finishing these Challenger battles. Hello, Emma. Okay. Tawny, can I have a word? Emma? Yeah, sure. It must be pretty important if you came to find me. Sorry, just give us a sec. I wish I could do a good Animal Crossing speech impression, but it's not to be. Emma, you're sure? All right. Come on, we need to make a stop at Quasartico HQ. We can finally resolve the mystery of who she's searching for. I also love how she says, "Got to make a stop at Quasartico," as if it's not like 10 meters away. Has everyone gathered? Thanks for coming. Just triple checking, Tawny. Your jacket was a keepsake from your mum, right? Yeah, it was. Well, I found the person who gave it to your mum in the first place. Oh? Is it Jet? It is. That jacket was a gift from me. Vinny's working it out. The cogs are turning. My cogs are turning. This is a real Nani type moment. I'm sorry? Tawny, I'm quite sure that your mother was my daughter. Your mother worked to develop hologram technology, did she not? That's right. Your mother and I, we disagreed over the direction in which this company was moving. She left, saying she had her own research she wished to pursue. Yes, she worked hard at that research, all while caring for me when I was just a kid. It was a lot for her to handle on her own. I think she ended up doing work for Team Flare, or maybe getting support from Lysander. It's true that your mother's research contributed to the invention of Team Flare's hologram devices. That very same research enabled us to develop our own holotech here at Quasartico Inc. Even though she chose to walk a separate path, still we find these points of intersection. Life truly is curious at times. So Mum's hard work helped to make the wild zones and everything possible, but she burned herself out doing all that. In the end, she had to go to some faraway region to try and rest. I see, and I suppose that's where she... Yeah. I knew my mum had ties to Lumiose, so I figured I'd find you or someone who knew her here. But of course, our family was not originally from Lumiose City, and so it was a struggle to find any leads. Until I noticed that jacket. I couldn't be sure at first. It has certainly seen some hard days since I'd last seen it. And of course, you've added some flair of your own. It's what prompted President Jet to enlist me to do some sleuthing for her too. At that moment, it struck me. What if President Jet and Tawny are related to and searching for one another? Good detective work, Emma. That's why they pay her the big bucks. My daughter, your mother, did she ever speak about me? She regretted never talking to you again after she left. That's a lesson for everyone. Don't let those grievances lie. She said if I ever met you, I should tell you something. Even though you and she walked different paths, there was still so much you had in common. Noticing what you shared made her life feel fuller, even after she left. Maybe especially after. If only I'd been less stubborn. If only I'd tried to reach back across that divide sooner. I think it's alright. She'd be glad to know a message reached you at least. I must ask one thing of you, Tawny. I bear a responsibility for Quasartico Inc. choosing to conceal the truth about the tower's threat from the public for so long. And so I plan to step down as president. Wow, an accountable CEO. Who would have thought? But the urban development plan must continue. We must make Lumiose into a place that truly belongs to both people and Pokémon. Having some continuity in the project's leadership could help the transition go a little smoother. Perhaps, if someone who has been helping already were to step into my shoes, someone who is already a leader in their own right. We getting Nepo babied? Wait, you're not saying what I think you're saying, are you? You want me to take over as CEO of Quasartico? Me, leading the whole company? I mean, I guess it makes sense to keep it in the family, but... Jeez Louise. You know what? Alright, I doubt Mum would have wanted me to refuse. You understand why I have to do this, right? But Team MZ... Thank you. I'm happy to know you'll miss having me around. I hope you know I wouldn't leave unless it was really that important. Hey Floette, you were listening, right? I'm gonna be real busy for a while. Probably won't have time to be a good Pokemon trainer. So you should do like AZ would have wanted. Help Daniel keep Lumiose safe. Welcome aboard, Floette. Here, use this well, Daniel. Floette tight. So sorry to break up your team this way. It's alright, even if we're apart for a little while, we'll always be Team MZ. I'll come give them the whole story later, but could you break the news to Lita and Naveen? I'll whip up an extra special croissant curry to make it up to all of you, I promise. Still haven't made myself some croissant curry. Let's all keep doing what we can to make Lumiose the best place it can be. One final fist bump for the road. And finally, only what? Like a month and a half after the game's come out, we finished all the main missions. It's still wild that we nepo babied a 16-year-old into the most powerful company in the city. All right, so we got Floette. Let's put you in. I'm gonna put you in the gifts for now. And that one, that's an addition that'll fill out the living decks nicely. So that's the main missions done. I know that we can do, if we do 20 challenger battles, we unlock the Jacinth Super Tournament. I probably, let's go and fight Mewtwo first. I did redeem the mission. Do I know how to... Extra side mission available. Meet the conditions to begin Project M. Do I just... I could look it up, but... Where's the fun in that? Let me waste all your time. Nah. We'll do the Mewtwo mission. Actually, I just really go in and not say hello to Mimi. Hello, Mimi. How you doing? Yeah, so we'll do the Mewtwo mission, and then we'll see how we're going for time. I don't have a lot of time today. So I probably won't be able to do another 5 challenger battles to unlock the Super Jacinth tournament. But we'll see if we get Mewtwo done pretty quickly. Ah, no, okay. Well, I know we find Mewtwo in Lysander Labs. I just didn't know if we had to. Was that an Alpha Pichu that I heard? No, that was something else. I just didn't know if we had to trigger the start of the mission first, because Diancie we had to. I think we had to go and speak to Emma before we did the Diancie mission. So I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, we'll go in and see. Supposedly, it's quite tough. I don't want to use the Master Ball because, well, I don't even know what we'd use the Master Ball for in this game, because if we're shiny hunting, we just save. All right, this is looking very just like we just walk in and do the battle. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Initiating security protocols. Mega stones detected. Restoring power to critical systems. Activating Project M. My favorite Smash game. That's a lie. That's a lie. This project is highly dangerous. Would you still like to release the locks? Release the locks! So, is the implication that Mewtwo got captured and is just being kept in Lysander Labs for like 5 years? Or did they make a new Mewtwo? Mabel. Now, Daniel, what do you think you're doing? Mewtwo is an extremely dangerous Pokemon. You think you're facing off against that thing? Then you better not fail to catch it. Activate guide. Do we really need to? Okay, so we can go up and talk to the Big M. All right, let's lead with Aegislash. You two are gonna get. All right, maybe. Who? You're too underleveled. You'll be right. Oh, but I want them to get the levels. All right, you're the well. Probably not going to use Phalanx in the DLC. Let's keep Chestnut on the team to get some levels, but I'll put Frostlass in just in case things are going south. Let's just save again in case I need to restart this. All right, bring it on. Bro is staring me down. Catch that Mewtwo. You can't fail me here, kid. God. That's the cry. I kind of wish in these... Okay, you can tank a Psychic. Okay, it's level 70. That's not so bad. Oh, we are so squishy in Blade form. Oh, well, that's not going to do anything, Mewtwo. Nice. One tick. Oh, okay. Is it a guaranteed catch? Anyway. Oh, you caught it? Good. One sec. Oh. Hello. Oof. Seeing this place in ruins like this. Gotta tell you, it's a complicated feeling no matter how long it's been. Figured holo tech was called for in this situation. Voice calls are just so impersonal. God, when we get to a society where we can holo avatar into places to talk to people, I still will not be social. I'll tell you that right now. Now then, let Auntie Mabel explain to you why you ended up battling Mewtwo in Lysander Labs. Oh, okay. Tell me more, Auntie Mabel. Very nice. I do enjoy a good, attentive listener. See, Mewtwo was a Pokemon created by a scientist who was conducting research on Pokemon DNA. It has formidable power, which piqued Team Flare's interest. We wondered if we might be able to use Mewtwo in the ultimate weapon. When we had heard it had been spotted in Kalos's unknown dungeon, we went and caught it. Ah! Honestly, we still don't know why Mewtwo had even shown up in the Kalos region. One theory was that Mewtwo came seeking the power of Mega Evolution. But even with all 5 of us looking into it, we couldn't arrive at an answer. See, we had pieces of both Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. I'm not even gonna entertain them. But even when we tried using them, Mewtwo never Mega Evolved. Since Mewtwo tends to mostly just hang about, saving up its energy for when it needs to battle. We put Project M on the back burner and forgot. You just forgot? You forgot that you had Mewtwo locked in the basement? But Mewtwo sure does like leaving me with questions, doesn't it? Like, why awaken now? Was it just reacting to the Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y stones you have? Which leads to the question of why you even have those 2 Mega Stones in the first place. Big man Doug Bowser sent them my way. But what do I know? Maybe Mewtwo will maybe Mewtwo will be a good little Pokemon and listen obediently to a trainer with your skills. Anyway, this acting director still has a pile of work awaiting her. Yeah. Me too, Auntie, me too. So I'm hanging up now. Bye. Right, so Mewtwo was still in the unknown dungeon when Team Flare caught it. And also, Xerneas and Yveltal were just chilling for us to catch as well. So is it implying that in this timeline, the protagonists from X and Y didn't capture all the legendary Pokemon? Or maybe caught them and then released them? But Mabel was saying that they caught back when they were, you know, Team Flare. They caught it 5 years ago, so they had to have had put Mewtwo right here. They would have had to have had Mewtwo for during the events of X and Y. Oh, you're after Diancie. Let's have a look at the Mega Evolution Pokedex as well. Oh, okay, so I don't have to activate them to see them. Still don't love them. I think they're both ugly. Sorry to be so aggressive, Mewtwo, but not my favorite. And then Floette should have theirs. The umbilical cord. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting. I wonder if we'll ever get an answer on the sort of the timeline that Legends ZA exists in, because they went to a bit of effort to point out, or to say that, yeah, like Team Flare caught both Xerneas and Yveltal for the ultimate weapon before this, and then we've got, you know, they just caught Mewtwo in the unknown dungeon. So I wonder how it all fits together. But I've got a little bit of time, but probably not enough to do 5 battles. Let's just see how quickly I can get a challenges ticket, because that might be enough. Because I'll be honest, if I can't do it, where are you running? I need to sneak up. Where are you? Okay. Yeah, if I can't do all of the challenges, the rest of the Infinite Royale challenger matches before I finish up today, I'm probably not going to do any of them. I don't think it's, at this point, it's not quite that much fun just watching me do battle after battle, so it might be a thing. 2,500 for a win. Yeah, look, I reckon we're gonna leave the challenger matches to off screen, and then at some point during the DLC I'll show off the Jacinth Super Tournament. But that's really everything wrapped up. We've got Diancie. I got Diancie before we jumped on. We've got Mewtwo. We finished the main post-game challenger matches. So we got Floette. We got the Mega Stone for Eternal Flower Floette. Honestly, I might wrap it up there, guys. I know it's been a nice and short and sweet one, but I'll be back tomorrow. And for the rest of the week, playing through the DLC. All I've really got to do myself is I'll get those main Pokemon that I want to keep on the team for the DLC trained up, because yeah, I don't have a lot of cashola to play with to get the XP candies. It's not quite as nice as Scarlet and Violet, where I can just have 100 XP candies at the ready at all times. But I'm not going to bore you with all on-screen grinding and everything. And yeah, she's not like the other girls. So yeah, that might wrap it up, guys. Honestly, thank you for joining in for this short one, but this is just a little bit of a warm-up to get ready for the DLC. Everything's pretty much in place. If I can level up the team a little bit, we'll be ready to go against those, what were they, like level 130 Alolan Marowaks. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you tomorrow.